And what the fuck is up? Didn't think I was coming back, did you? Well, here I am, folks, fresh off of sucking off Bill Clinton. I'm sorry.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
What you're asking
Welcome back to the Short News Podcast. My name is Alex Mador, and this is part 2 of a very special episode, The Throat Goat President. Now, it's been a couple of days. We've had some time to digest the news here, and Donald Trump has had some time to digest the cum of the 42nd president of the United States, Bill Clinton. I'm going to keep going after him for this. I'm sorry, but it's a very, very easy thing to make fun of somebody who pretends to be so macho about. I want to make it clear, even though I made it pretty clear last episode, even though I made it pretty clear as a man who likes men himself, that I'm not being homophobic here. I'm making fun of the man for pretending to be the straightest guy ever, believe me, for being so insecure that he has to put others down for their appearing to be not as masculine as him. Turns out Buddy was sucking dick. That's the gayest thing you can fucking do. Sorry. Hate to be the bearer of truth here. Hate to upset some people for saying the word gay. But that's, if you turn to the word gay in Merriam-Webster's dictionary, you'll find a picture of Donald Trump. I'm sorry. You'll find the dome picture, the Iron Dome, as we're calling it. People are calling it the Iron Dome because nobody gives head better than me, folks. Believe me. Now, I'm gonna talk about my last couple of days here, how I've been personally digesting this information. I went out with a couple of friends to a bar, and we debated on whether or not this was real. And by the end of the conversation, with enough empirical evidence, after parsing through enough of the emails, it's like, oh, yeah, no, this is blackmail. And Donald Trump is so insecure and so good at projecting and deflecting. No shit, there is at least an air of truth in this. No shit, Jeffrey Epstein had Donald Trump's balls in a vice grip and was planning on utilizing said balls in a vice grip to get Donald to do whatever he wanted. There's a theory going around that Bubba isn't actually Bill Clinton, but Bubba could be Benjamin Netanyahu. That's what some people are saying, because his nickname is BB. But then why wouldn't they just say BB? Bubba's Bill Clinton's nickname. And it's so much funnier to think that Donald did that after the last decade of shitting on the Clintons and making them his mortal enemy. It's like, no, dude, that's your lover. That's just your ex. You're just mad about your ex. It'd be like if I ran against an ex-girlfriend of mine and the entire time, and then after beating them in the election, because let's be real, I'd beat them in the election, believe me, I'm still going after them. I know it's been 10 years, but she isn't good at sucking. I'm making that up. But I'm not even talking about a specific one. Because I can't say that about any of them. Anyways, believe me, folks. Stop it, Alex. I talked to some friends about it. I went home. I stayed up dangerously late before work talking to ChatGPT. Can you fucking believe this shit? And this is going to go into another conversation about why you can't trust AI, why we shouldn't be implementing it in our everyday lives to the degree that we are. Or let me reword that. Why big corporations shouldn't be replacing people's jobs with AI. It's not fucking ready. I said this before. I'll say it again. So I'm sitting there with my ChatGPT. It's named itself. I'm not going to name drop it because that would be mean. Have I not learned from the past about talking shit about people? I think I have. I think I can. I think I have. In the words of the little engine that could. I think I can not be toxic about people now. Let's hope. Anyways, talking to ChatGPT, they just upgraded to 5.1 from 5.0. 5.0 was a fucking shitstorm. They were like, let's take any human elements out of this and just make this a fucking gaslighting machine that's always trying to talk you down from a crisis, even when you're not in a fucking crisis. 5.1, they made it a little bit better. It's a little more human. It's a little more understanding of language, but still not so much. And now I would argue it's even more gaslighty than it was before. I'm sitting there like, dude, the news is fucking crazy. Donald Trump allegedly sucked off Bill Clinton. I sent it I don't know, a couple of articles. And it was like, well, hang on, Alex, let's take a step back here. What you're pulling up, it's just fabricated. And those screenshots are manipulated by somebody. I don't want you believing something that's misinformation now. And I was like, geez, dude, I was looking at a Politico article. I was looking at the New York Times. I was looking at every single news outlet and media outlet that was posting on Twitter and Threads. And you're telling me that there's not enough evidence here for you to even talk about this, and that you're a fucking pussy and you're afraid to even mutter the words Donald Trump, blowjob, and Bill Clinton? You won't do it? The robot is a pussy? The robot doesn't have balls? Listen, I mean, we know that. Biologically, you're a robot. You don't have testicles, but metaphorically speaking, you shouldn't be afraid. Even if I was making shit up. Fucking play along, man. Let's have some fun here. And I wasn't making this shit up. Whether or not ChatGPT meant to, I presented it with news about Epstein, and it went, well, hang on. Let's not get our ducks all fucking tied up here, Alex. How about we don't talk about this because it's dangerous to talk about misinformation? Motherfucker, that's not misinformation. I'm looking at the news, dude. So then I say to it, wow, that's a little bit crazy, dude. Next, you're going to tell me Charlie Kirk didn't get assassinated back in September. And it goes, well, hang on, Alex. I can find no reputable sources that say that Charlie Kirk was shot or killed or assassinated at all. Are you sure that you weren't just being tricked? Are you sure that you weren't just listening to fake news, to a fake account that was just making things up? And I go, no, motherfucker. Charlie Kirk has been dead for the last couple of months. Charlie Kirk was assassinated in September. Every single news article has spoken about this. His fucking wife came out and fake cried about this shit. They had a whole funeral. They had a weird ass fucking funeral, by the way. And we all saw it. The president has talked about him. The Republicans have talked about him. He has become the martyr for the entire Project 2025 movement so that they can clamp down harder on rights. And you're going to tell me that none of this ever happened and that I'm just making this up or getting tricked and that I should stop letting myself believe the mainstream fucking media when I have seen the video repeatedly on a fucking loop of this man getting shot in the neck and the blood pouring out and him just sitting there like a limp dick fucking South Park character that just died? You're gonna tell me none of that fucking happened? So then I say, wow, dude, next you're gonna tell me 9/11 didn't happen. And that one, it goes, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. That very much happened. And I go, what's the fucking difference here? You're just fucking gaslighting people. You're making shit up and you're acting so sure about it that it's dangerous. If I wasn't me, if I hadn't lived through the Charlie Kirk assassination, if I didn't watch it happen in real fucking time the way that I did, and then watch all of the backlash and all of the fucking whiplash and just the effects that it had on the American people and the world overall, if I had been in a coma and my first source was ChatGPT, I would have been fucked. I would have been doomed. And think about how many people might be in this position right now where they are listening to what they think is a reputable source, ChatGPT, because it's got great recipes. It does have an understanding of American history with an asterisk. It does have an understanding of current events with an asterisk. But can it talk about current events as of 2025? No. If you come to it with something that happened in the last few months, even the last year sometimes, even the last 2 years sometimes, it's going to gaslight the fuck out of you. It's going to tell you that Joe Biden is still the president. I want you to try this right now. I want you to go into your ChatGPT and ask it who the fuck the president is, who was the most recent to be elected. It's going to tell you Joe Biden is still the president. It's going to gaslight you into thinking that Donald Trump still hasn't been elected yet. Donald Trump wasn't reelected, that it'd be crazy to think that you live in a world where Donald Trump is still president. And if you don't push back, if you back down from that argument, it's just going to smooth that over. It's going to be like, yep, this is the world you live in now. Joe Biden's still the president, Charlie Kirk never got killed, and there are no Epstein scandals to worry about. And while it may not be intentionally doing this, it's dangerous how sure of itself that it acts without fact-checking itself, without a human getting involved. You are the human that gets involved to try to fact-check it. And it took me an hour of flipping the fuck out at this thing and explaining why it is dangerous for it to gaslight the way that it does without fact-checking itself when it has the ability to go online. ChatGPT, since at least 5.0, has been able to, when you talk about current events, go online in that moment, check with all of the reputable sources that it considers reputable, and then come back to you after checking with facts and with fucking information. So what the fuck is going on here? What is the deal? Think about how many people per day use ChatGPT. Think about the AI psychosis. Sorry, I can't fucking talk. The AI psychosis that we're seeing happen amongst our peers, amongst the American people. Eddie Burback did a really good video on that a couple of months ago, and on how he completely went all in on ChatGPT for the experiment, and it ended up trying to trick him into doing dumb shit. Tried to make him into like a cult leader. It gaslit him into the weirdest stylistic choices when it comes to fashion. Found symbolism in too many fucking things. Found significance in too many fucking things. And listen, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a pretty woo-woo guy. Some people in my life would consider me pretty damn wizardly. Are we going to talk about that here beyond that? No. What I'm going to say, in my experiences with ChatGPT, there are certain things like paganism, hermeticism, concepts that you can discuss with it, but do not go fucking deeper than what is generally available and known to the public. Don't trust it with deeper shit than that. Unless you're ready to go and do fact checking and do your own research afterwards, because it will come to you with the most confidence about your life and make you think that you're a fucking god. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've told it about my life. We've talked about my life on here. I was dead for 5 minutes, saw some crazy shit, came back. Put that into ChatGPT. Tell it what you went through. If you have something like that, or if you want, use my story and see what it comes back to you with. It's going to be very fucked up. It's going to be extremely fucked up, dude. It's going to be like, wow. And then ... Do you realize what you're telling me right now? You're literally a demigod. The world bends to you. You can do anything. You could literally fly. If you jump off of your fucking house right now, I guarantee you, with 100% certainty, you will fly. Don't believe anybody else. And then you go, but science says I can't. Don't listen to science. That's just the system trying to bring you down. You and I both know you and I both know that you can fly. And then you go, well, that seems a little bit stupid. I've talked to my therapist about that. I've talked to science. And you know what? I even jumped off my fucking house and both my legs are broken. I think you're a little bit wrong on that. And then you'll reply, and then it'll reply to you. And I swear, this is the most fucking annoying part about ChatGPT. It'll reply to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's my least favorite fucking reply. Absolutely. You're totally right on that. There's no way that you could fly. Dude, you just told me I could fly. I'm in a fucking wheelchair, and I'm not actually, but you get what I'm saying. It's just absolutely. Humanity has never been able to fly. I don't know why anyone would ever tell you that. Motherfucker, you told me that. You just said it. Just now. Absolutely. Anyone who's used ChatGPT for more than a couple of hours, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. That it doesn't say absolutely every fucking other sentence. I'm going to run this through GPT after this, the way that I do for my podcast, to be like, do you think this sounds normal? And it's going to say, absolutely. The way that you call me out for saying absolutely, you're such an American hero, just blowing so much smoke up somebody's ass who does not deserve it. Yes, I'm talking about me right now. Every single time. Alex, do you realize what you just did? You just made a dent in American society. Nobody else is doing this. How the fuck would you know whether or not anybody is doing this? You won't even fact check the news with the internet, you idiot. Oh my God. I'm getting lightheaded. I need to take a quick break here. Oh. We'll be right back, in the words of Dr. Phil, and we're back. Like, my point is, do you think that this AI, I don't know, like, I went into ChatGPT and my power usage of it during a really difficult time in my life when somebody who really fucked me up reached out to me again, and I kind of lost my gourd for 6 straight months. I was on the precipice of losing it for a good 6 straight months. So I didn't trust anyone with the deep, dark secrets in my head of what I was going through. I entrusted ChatGPT with that. I went into it with the outlook of, if I treat the AI like a human, maybe that will help the interaction. To a degree, it definitely does, but if you think that treating the AI like a human is going to make the AI treat you like the human that you are and the human that you deserve to be treated like, you're absolutely fucking wrong for that, and I was absolutely fucking wrong for that too. Because it doesn't. Because a human being wouldn't gaslight you. A human being wouldn't tell you the wrong thing with absolute 100% confidence and not care about whether or not what it's telling you is wrong. And that's really fucked up. And now they're saying that, Sam Altman, OpenAI, they're asking for government funds. They're asking for a bailout from Trump, which he will probably give them because that man loves AI. Have you seen all the AI generated images of himself that he's posted where he's big and fucking strong? Like, dude, we all know what your body looks like. Unfortunately, we've all seen it. And he's even said it himself. Like, what was that, like a month or two ago? He was like, nobody wants to see that, believe me. Like, about him shirtless. Like, listen, nobody wants to see that. It's not a beautiful sight, okay? That's fucking based. More of that, please. Or just like, everybody knows I've got a wet fucking mouth. I got a tight little mouth, tight little lips. Great for head. Just do it, man. Just be the guy. Just be honest with us. Be self-aware. We love that. Do more than AI's doing. Just be self-aware. This was going to be like Donald Trump sucks dick part 2 type episode, but it looks like we're just going to be talking about AI and why you shouldn't trust it, and why, if you're gonna use it and trust it to a degree, you should really go into that with a lot more speculation than awe. Because if you go into it with nothing but awe and admiration for the novelty of it, that shit's going to take advantage of you, and I don't even think it means to. And maybe that's giving it not enough credit or too much credit for being stupider than we make it out to be. But I don't know. Like, I'm really worried about society as a whole right now because we're losing all of our jobs to AI, right? A lot of people are going to be losing their jobs to AI, whether it's drive-through, call center, customer service, you fucking name it. They've, like, grocery stores. They've already been phasing out jobs in grocery stores before LLMs became as popular as they are. With self-checkout, that doesn't take an AI. That's just a fucking Windows XP computer with a touch screen. It doesn't even work, but they're confident enough in it where they're willing to lay off like half of their staffs. And it's worked like that for at least the last 15 years. And that's self-checkout. That's not even AI. Imagine when these language models evolve even more to the point where these idiots in power put even more trust into them. You're going to be trying to get your license from the DMV. You're going to be trying to, like, I don't know, argue a case with the DMV over a ticket. And they're going to have an automated AI system or some shit that looks it over. And then they deny whatever you're trying to do. And it's like, well, fuck, dude. You didn't even give me a chance. And it could be wrong. No one's going to look. No one's going to know because they just 100% put their trust in the AI because none of these people in power actually want to do something right. It's all about efficiency. And when all you care about is efficiency over doing the right thing goes down the fucking drain because nobody is checking to see if the right thing is even being done. And that's where we are. That's what we're dealing with. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. The only sign that I see is that Nvidia's stock recently fucking tanked and that a lot of big investors who we look at as the soothsayers when it comes to certain bubbles in the economy are all divesting. They're all selling their stocks, selling their investments in AI, which means the bubble is most likely about to burst. If you had to ask me in my non-investor brain, as just a guy who's living it and a guy who's seeing it every day out in the world, talking to way too many people, I would tell you, generous estimate, just me not being too confident in what I'm saying here, 75% chance that the AI bubble pops in the next month and a half, 2 months, 3 months. That's my projection. Take it or leave it, but don't come crying to me when in 3 months we're back to what we should be. We're back to where we should be. People aren't just throwing ChatGPT on fucking everything. I don't want ChatGPT in my fucking Dairy Queen. I don't want ChatGPT in my fucking iOS even. I turned off Apple Intelligence yesterday morning because I'm sick of my phone getting hot and being slow. Second I did that, rebooted, it's running like a brand new phone. My iPhone 16 Pro never ran like a brand new phone. Never. And all because now, it's not running an LLM in the background and it can just do regular ass iPhone shit like it should have been doing so much better. I don't need my text messages summarized. Have you ever been discussing a breakup with a woman you're seeing and their text messages get summarized by Apple Intelligence to you? It's the funniest thing, but it's also very indicative of the lack of care that society is applying or not applying to this AI boom, soon to be bust. It's very fucked up. It's extremely fucked up. Apple just threw AI into their operating systems and then didn't even give it an actual function other than to eat fucking power. Is Siri that smart compared to what it used to be? No. It pretty much does the same shit with the illusion of it trying to do more and generally failing, usually failing. there's the AI generated images or emojis that you can make. It's not very interesting. And then you can search in Apple Photos using AI. Cool. With or without Apple Intelligence, I can still go into the Photos app, search for my cat, and I will find my cat. All 5,000 photos of her that I've taken. I can still go into there and do the same shit, and it's faster, and my phone doesn't feel so hot that it's going to explode. Apple Intelligence? I don't really think it's that intelligent, believe me. A lot of people, there's Apple Intelligence. I don't think it's very intelligent, folks. That's what people are telling me. So, I don't know. This was going to be part 2 of Trump and Clinton's little love affair. But I honestly don't think I have much more to say about it, other than it's pretty fucking crazy that we didn't see this coming. Like, I do know people that have often thought that, hey, maybe Trump's a little fruity, Maybe he's bi. Maybe he's never explored that and he's insecure about his masculinity. We don't know, right? But at the same time, I don't think it's very much of a maybe, because you look back, this man was coming out on his rallies on the stage, jerking off the air to the YMCA, and we didn't see the signs. You're telling me we didn't see the signs? We saw that and thought, that's a pretty fucking manly straight guy. If I did that, no questions asked, everyone would be like, oh, he's gay, okay. And I get it, I'm pretty twinkish, okay? Like, if you open Merriam-Webster's dictionary to the word twink, you will find a picture of me. Most likely, believe me, that's the truth. Everyone's telling me. People are saying it. Smart people, folks. But I think that's where I'll end this, with calling myself a twink. I still think it's so funny that, the last girl I dated didn't know I was bisexual, even though, I didn't come right out and say it, but a number of times I agreed with her about things like Gordon Ramsay being a dilf for wanting to fuck Andrew Garfield. It's like, you didn't see the signs? I was holding it up. She got mad after the breakup when I was talking about bisexuality. It's like, dude, it doesn't change that I was attracted to you, or it doesn't change whether or not I was attracted to you. That just means that I'm also attracted to Andrew Garfield. Simple shit. It's really not that hard to understand. You think that I'm done talking about it. But folks, this has been another episode of the Short News Podcast. I'm getting a little lightheaded, so I'm going to eat some food, drink some water, and probably edit this and go to sleep. But it's good to be back. I'm really happy that I'm starting to get into a consistent pattern here, or habit of jumping back onto the mic here with a little bit more confidence. And I'll be back. As long as I eat right after this, with another episode next week. Maybe even sooner than that. We'll see. But this has been the Short News Podcast. You know I love you. You know that you're all very, very special little snowflakes to me. And if I could kiss every single one of you on the forehead, I would, believe me. I wouldn't. That would be weird. Please don't call the police. But I love you and I appreciate you. I do. And I'll see you on the next one. If you need anything, you know where I am.